Well, I have to say, it did feel yesterday as though Suella Braverman's speech was a pitch for the leadership. It felt a bit presumptive. It felt as though it was a pitch for the leadership once the Tories had lost the election, which, of course, they haven't yet lost. She didn't lash out and say anything against Rishi Sunak. In fact, most of her speech was pretty much rehashed from speeches that she's made before. There were big chunks of it which were exactly the same word for word as her conference speech. But what was quite interesting about it was the timing. Obviously, Rishi Sunak's in Iceland today talking about his plan to bring down illegal immigration, explaining why it's the humane thing to do is to stop the gangs of people smugglers, etc. And Suella Braverman stood up yesterday and said, well, yes, that's all very well, but the bigger problem is legal migration.
She's right.
Well, yes, I think that there are plenty of voters who will think that she is right. Because
700, it's going to be 700,000.
700,000.
Rising to 1 million.
When you remember that David Cameron, not so long ago, said that we needed to get migration into the tens of thousands, and a figure of 140,000 during the early 2010s, he said was proof that migration was out of control. Yeah. Well, we're now expecting it to go up from 504,000 last year, which was the record, to somewhere between 700,000 and 1 million. And what it seems to be is a mixture of low-paid workers coming here on skilled worker visas. Jeremy Hunt is very pro this because he wants lots of young migrants contributing to the economy. But at the moment, you can come here on a skilled worker visa if you're earning 26,000, 20% lower than the median wage. And you've got all these dependents of students, so students coming here on one-year master's visas, bringing with them sort of 5 or 6 family members. So Suella Braverman was talking about, getting a lid on that, which doesn't seem to be Rishi Sunak's priority at all. So there is a bit of a split there.
And the Chancellor wants to bring in this cheap labour, but we've got 1.5 million people on the dole and 2.5 million people long-term sick. Are they really long-term sick?
Well,
are they skiving?
That was sort of the point that Suella Braverman was making a little bit more subtly, maybe, saying that...
We're not paid to be subtle on GB News, Olivia.
He's not pitching to be PM.
No,
not yet.
I'm not. Certainly not.
We've got 5 million people, working-age people, out of work, long-term sickness, higher than it's ever been. The Spectator has been doing a fantastic data series charting this. And Suella Braverman was saying, well, we need to learn how to do things ourselves. But obviously for Jeremy Hunt, whose priority it is to make sure that the books are balanced year on year and that inflation doesn't exceed the figures that we were expecting and that GDP continues to go up, the short-term solution is obviously just to plug those gaps with low or medium-skilled migrants. So it'll be really interesting to see how that cabinet split plays out.